Hello everybody and welcome to another Flaming Dice Reviews video. My name is Matt and today we are going to be taking a look at Seven Wonders Duel, which of course is the two-player variant of the modern classic Seven Wonders by Repos Production. We're going to take a very quick look at how the game plays, a very small glimpse at the rules, how the game can end, and then I will meet you back here for my final thoughts. I'll see you then. The first thing that we are going to look at is what comes inside of the Seven Wonders Duel box. And of course, you have your rulebook, which is very well written and easy to understand. You have your cheat sheet, which is just chock full of all of the symbols that show up on the cards. And there are a lot of them in this game, but they're not too hard to understand once you get a grasp of it. You have your Wonder cards, and that's one difference between this game and the original, is that the wonders are no longer in the player area. You're not assigned one at the beginning of the game. They are actually drafted, and each player gets 4 of these wonders, and there's enough wonders that the same ones will not show up in each game. And that's actually the only true drafting in this game. So that's one big difference between Duel and the original. Now these are your civilization cards, the ones that you drafted in the original Seven Wonders. Now they are small. These are closer to poker-sized cards, and these are the minis. Then you have your coins, which come in 1, 3, and 6 denominations, and then you have your military tracker. And as your civilization cards come up that have the military symbol on them, you move the tracker towards your opponent's capital that many symbols. So it starts in the middle, and if one player gets a card that has 2 symbols, it moves forward 2. As you reach certain points on this tracker, your opponent actually loses money in the form of these tokens. So once you get past this line, your opponent loses 2 coins. Also, it should be noted that if the tracker gets to the end of the military track, then the game ends and the person who reached that end wins. There's also these tokens that can be acquired through science cards, the green cards, and they give you different bonuses during and at the end of the game. Now let's get to the heart of Seven Wonders Duel, and that is the card layout and card selection. If you're familiar with the original Seven Wonders, you'll know that you drafted these cards over the different ages. The game is separated into 3 ages. This is the first age, and instead of, again, these cards being passed around and you selecting these cards, instead they're all out on the table. Some of them are face up and some of them are face down. And this design changes between the ages. So the first age is this right side up pyramid. The next age is an upside down pyramid, and then during the third age it's kind of an oval shape. And the gist of this is that if a card is covered by another card, it can't be selected. On a player's turn, they get to take one of 3 actions. They can either purchase or take these cards for their cost, which is right here below the banner, and they can either cost coins or resources, which your cards under your control produce, or you can take one of these cards for free, sacrifice it, and then you get coins for sacrificing that card based on how many yellow cards you have in your civilization. So your civilization grows. This is very much an engine building game. The third action that you can take is to take one of these cards and place it underneath a wonder card. You do not have to purchase this card for its value. You instead pay the value or the cost of the wonder card. Then that wonder is considered to be constructed. Now of course that's not going to be where it's at on the player area. I just moved it out so you could see it. Now players take turn in this fashion, And as they select cards, new cards are revealed. The face down cards are turned face up as players reveal them. And some cards give you military bonus, which moves the tracker towards your opponent's capital on the military track. Some cards produce resources. Some cards give you science points. And these science points are very unique in Seven Wonders Duel. If you get 6 unique symbols, as you can see, this one has a different symbol, as does this one and this one. Those are 3 of the 7 available symbols. If you get 6 unique symbols, then you automatically win. So that's just another instant win condition to go along with the military victory condition. Now, an age ends once all of the cards on the table have been selected by the players. This, for example, is the 3rd age, so you would have gone through 2 entire quasi-drafting phases where the cards are selected or sacrificed or used to build a wonder. And this age proceeds in the same way, just like the 1st and 2nd. One player takes one card, the other player takes another, and these cards, as they're revealed, are flipped face up so that they can be selected. I did that slightly out of order. Actually, some of these would have been turned over before the others, but you get the idea. And these are an example of those military cards that we were talking about. For the military tracker, they have these military symbols. The first 2 ages have a lot of resource producing cards and cards that help you trade for resources that you don't have. The 3rd age is very military heavy. So they have 3 symbols on them as well as 2 instead of just 1. So it's very possible that the game can end militarily in the 3rd round, or that the tracker at least moves back and forth on the military track a few times. Since the game is called Seven Wonders Duel and has the word 7 wonders, I figured we should at least touch on the wonders. Although, in actuality, they're probably the least interesting part of this game. They are powerful, but I much prefer strategically selecting the cards to building the wonders. Now, each player is going to start with 4 of these cards, and they're drafted. So each player will have 4 of these wonders. Now, as the wonders are built, cards from that age that are used in the construction are placed underneath them. And that just denotes that that wonder has been constructed. And the wonders actually have some really good abilities on them. Some of them let you take extra turns, or they give you a lot of money, or victory points at the end of the game even. So once 7 of these wonders have been constructed between the 2 players, the 8th unconstructed wonder is discarded. Welcome back, everybody. Now that we've seen Seven Wonders Duel in action, so to speak, and we've seen a little bit of the gameplay, let's talk about my final thoughts. I really enjoyed Seven Wonders Duel. Of course, I'm a huge fan of the original game. That's probably my favorite drafting game of all time. And I was really looking forward to Seven Wonders Duel from the moment that I first heard about it. And this is one of those great games for some people. If you're the kind of person who lives in the middle of nowhere, you don't have a regular gaming group, maybe you play with your spouse, this is such a great alternative to Seven Wonders. I've heard that you can play Seven Wonders 2-player. I've never done it. And I've heard people say that there's a bot involved. I'm really not sure. I've only played Seven Wonders with, I think, a minimum of 4 people. But this is a great way to play it with 2 people. The artwork in Seven Wonders Duel, in case you're curious, is completely original from the original Seven Wonders game, or the base game, original game, whatever you want to call it. It's different artwork, and that was surprising to me. I really expected it to be some of the same artwork, to be a little bit of crossover, but it's not. It's original from what I can tell. The gameplay is different from Seven Wonders, but it maintains a feeling of playing the original game. It's definitely there, but at the same time, it's original enough to be its own game. Again, it's just going to be great for people who are limited to 2 players on a regular basis. Now, would I play Seven Wonders Duel over Seven Wonders? Probably not. Especially, well, I guess that's kind of the beauty of it, isn't it? If you only have 2 players, this is a great alternative. But if I had the choice between either having a group of 2 and playing Duel, or having a group of 4 or 5, say, and playing Seven Wonders, I would prefer Seven Wonders. I prefer the original Seven Wonders to Seven Wonders Duel, but this is a great 2-player alternative. If I had to say anything bad about it, it would be there's a little bit of downtime between the ages as you set up those complicated pyramids and shapes with the cards, but that's not a huge deal. It really doesn't go that long, especially after you've done it a few times. The end conditions, the conditions that end the game instantly, the sciences and the military victory, I've actually never seen those happen. It always goes to the end. And normally I don't like instant win conditions like that, but in this game it's not bad. Like I said, I've never seen it. They're there just to keep pressure on you. You don't want to let somebody get too far ahead on the military track. So even if you want to get this card versus a military card, you might have to get that military card just to hate draft them, so to speak, even though it's really not drafting. Which brings me to my next point. It's not a drafting game, except at the beginning when you draft your wonders, but the cards laid out on the table, it feels like drafting. And that's good enough for me. Like I said, it's not supposed to be the same game. It maintains a trueness to the original game, but it still stands on its own. Now, I ran Seven Wonders Duel through the Flaming Dice Review scoring system, which scores a game based on 8 categories, including setup and portability, artwork, replayability, fun, and component quality. And Seven Wonders Duel got an 89 out of 100, just shy of an Editor's Choice Award. I really recommend it for anybody who, again, has limited access to a game group. This is such a great game to pick up, especially if you're a fan of Seven Wonders. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to visit us at www.flamingdicereviews.com. You can also visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/flamingdicereviews, and I hope to see you there very soon. Bye-bye.